Hi, it's Angela, and I'm here with your weekly guidance. This is your weekly forecast for the week of July 28th through to August 3rd. OMG, I can't even believe it. I am so excited for August vibes. I loved the transition that July has brought us. June, there was a lot of coming to a head. July is all about regaining balance, about redefining your success, redefining your goals, figuring out what it is that you want, what it is that makes you happy. In August is going to start coming in with action. So I'm really happy to see that coming in. We do also have that full moon that has really pushed us, ignited us towards healing, inner child healing, and family dynamic healing. And so that was in last week's around the 24th, 25th, if I remember correctly, we were experiencing the July full moon. You may have noticed that a lot of family dynamics, feeling, healing, and communications were in the forefront. That is starting to balance out. Clarity is coming in, epiphanies are coming in. Again, moving from this feeling of going through life blind, not can't see, right? Can't see where we're going or what we're working towards as we're inching towards August. That type of frustration or challenge is starting to lighten up. And I'm excited to see what August brings. I feel like the reflection period that July brought was so necessary because there needed to be a reassessment of how your life feels, the choices that you're making, the ideals around your motivations. And so a lot of adjustments were coming in. I believe, or I have witnessed actually, this coming really across the board and really, in my opinion, seeming to focus on those who work for themselves or those who have an entrepreneurial job. And so has been conversations that I've had multiple times through over the last 6 weeks where that defining definition of success has been shifting and changing. Everyone is getting that message coming in from the divine, really seeing it, I believe, reflected in those who own their own businesses or has that type of life because it has been echoed in conversations that I've had with friends and clients. It's been echoed even through my news feed. I have seen personal trainers, photographers, real estate agents, um, announcing the closure of their business, announcing new direction, new changes coming in. And it just validated so much that that is the energy that we are in. That is the energy that July has brought for us. June was the breaking point or the peak point where so many of us were asking ourselves, how did I get here? Like, how did I get here? And a lot of the times when you are in a path of business that you run for yourself or that you champion for yourself, there's often reaching that state of success that the outside world has told us about and getting there, reaching the destination and being like, this doesn't really feel like success. And so this redefining has been coming up so often over the last 6 to 8 weeks of revisiting what your idea of success is. Okay. And so whether you do work in an entrepreneurial path or not, you yourself are relating to the messages of how did I get here? Is this what I want? Is this the life, the feeling of the life that I want moving forward? I often have brought this example up. So if you have had readings with me, this may sound familiar. But oftentimes when we go into reflection, our personality or ego will love to push back on us and tell us all the reasons why we cannot have what we have. okay? Or what we want or what we desire. And one of the little tools or little games that I play with my ego is let's just go hypothetical. Let's just go and pretend like there are no limits, that there are no financial limits, there's no responsibility limits or burdens or geographical, or let's just go. If you remove any limitation, what would your ideal life be? Okay. And at first, we probably get a lot of snickers like, oh, I want to be a billionaire or I want to have $30 million. And, but in truth, when we actually get down to the core of it, most of us just want enough money to not have to think about money. We don't really need a billion, but we need enough money so that we don't have to worry or stress about money. We want to be loved and give love and to be seen and heard and matter and have impact. That's really what we want as a soul in this life experience. And so that is most certainly attainable. And so our ego loves to go, let's go to the biggest mountaintop. And of course you can't be a billionaire, so why even bother? Why even go in there? Why even dream about it? You're not going to have it. That's not your path. But when you can actually get down to what really matters, when push comes to shove, what is it that you want in your life? And it is security, it is being seen, it is being heard, it is to matter. And that we absolutely can create for ourselves. And so starting to use that as your guideline of redefining your success, of redefining your path forward, of reprioritizing what matters. And so if you find yourself in this pivotal moment where you feel like you're between a rock and a hard place, start there. Start with removing your belief systems around what you can and cannot have. And then let's start working on creating a life that gives you that feeling, And then that's just going to manifest more and more. Getting into the cards, we literally just have that shift and that change. Working too hard. We are now choosing to go with how our life feels and making our choices through there. Right? Focusing on bringing balance. Now, balance is one of those words that we hear thrown around all the time that also seems very unattainable. And I think there's a lot of misinformation around this. I believe that balance comes in all shapes, sizes, and forms. And when we prioritizing bringing a little bit of balance, and that can sometimes look like 95% responsibility, 5% self-love, right? And I think that it is something that is important for us to understand that balance doesn't mean 50-50. It means bring some balance, bring some energy in for you while you are doing and juggling all of the balls, okay? There is a shift or there is a change in direction coming in. So change of mind, change of commitments, change of responsibilities, and this is coming in quite a successful shift and change. All of a sudden, we're starting to get clarity, which I'm like, yes, I'm along with you guys. I am like tired of feeling like I can't see where I'm going. Right. And so this is coming in with some clarity. What I love about it, it is so simple. It is expanding in that message that has come up in previous weeks of getting back to the basics. Let's simplify. And that is really going to serve us so well moving forward. Okay. It is the time of action to create your dreams. Love this. Oh my gosh. Because while we were having a pre-card message that was channeled from the divine, they have informed us that August is coming in with actions. It's an action-filled August, and I love that. It's not coming in this clean, sweeping motion that we may have anticipated previously. But forward is forward, period. Forward is forward, period. And we are moving in a motion and in a speed and a pace that is attainable, that feels good, that we're not just throwing ourselves into overwhelm. This is coming in a way where you can manage, and I absolutely love this. This is you taking charge. There's a lot of creativity that's coming in with this message as well. And so thinking outside of the box, breaking down those invisible barriers for yourself, getting rid of those limiting beliefs, and creating the experience that you want. That just feels amazing. Okay. There's the Emperor card. So we are still really standing in our power. So we really had the Emperor and the Empress cards coming out back to back, which is all about taking control of your life, taking control of the narrative, doing what you need to do for you without criticizing yourself for wanting or feeling the way that you do. There is this feeling of shifting from what I think I should be, what I think I should be doing, the goals that I should have, and moving more from your soul space, from that authentic space. That's why we had to go into such a halted space with that frustration in us pushing back on it in resistance to get to that message of redefine what success looks like for you. Okay. Going with more of a simplistic approach is what is going to best suit you long term. There's the Sun card, which is showing that it is a time of joy and success, that there's brilliant epiphanies that are coming in. All of a sudden, where we couldn't even think of a solution and we couldn't even think of a path forward, we are going to be in the flow. As we are inching towards August, we are moving to more of the floodgates opening with motivation, with inspiration, and with clarity moving forward. So we absolutely love that. I'm going to give you a warning. Do not try to do it all in one day. Do not try to do it all in one day. We do want to receive, digest, and do. Okay. And so you may be in a really high receiving mode because you're in a season where limitations or resistance is removed. Journal it, babe. Write it down. We don't want to be overwhelmed and trying to do 10 things at once. And what's going to happen? You're setting yourself up for failure. You're not going to be able to give each 10 things that you're doing at once the energy that it needs and that it deserves. And so having patience is absolutely going to be the best thing that you can do for moving forward. There is the 10 of cups coming out, which I love. It's very reaffirming. It's very optimistic. It is always presenting that positive energy after a struggle season. Okay. And so they just said, but this may not be coming in the ways that you need because I do see an ending coming in. And so situations or scenarios that need to end are coming in and an ending in completion. For some, it may be a walking away that you may not be prepared to do so just yet. It is important for you to prioritize yourself. It is important for you to protect yourself from those who lack integrity or those who have a lower vibration. Again, a lot of that we have learned thus far in this calendar year of 2024 is all about boundaries and what we're willing to tolerate. We gave and we gave and we gave and we bended and we turned into a pretzel and it still wasn't enough. And so now we're not even trying no more. We have learned our lesson. We have done all that we can do so that we feel satisfied in our efforts and giving us that ability to release. Okay? Giving us that ability to walk away knowing that you gave it all that you could and that you're ready to move forward. It is bringing you to the positive after the negative, baby after miscarriage, love after loss, healing after hurt, abundance after lack, and really getting you out to this space. There is this awakening, which means that it will be followed by a bit of a pause. And so clarity, action, and pause. Remember, the pause is part of the path. Trying to find us, we as humans have adapted this belief that we should just be going at all times at high speed. Right? And that is so unrealistic to expect from ourselves and actually very dangerous, right? Because then we are not listening to what we need to, and we're not processing what we need to, and we're not grounding ourselves in the ways that we need to. So having that pause is absolutely part of the path. Managing your energy is so important in protecting your peace. And so there may be temptations that are coming in, especially as we move into the first week, the first 7 to 10 days of August. There does seem to be some temptations to kind of go against the guidance that we have received. You know, you need this downtime. You know, you need to stick to your plan or the clarity that has come in, and yet there is temptation around it, wanting to protect your peace. Also, we do not need to accept any invitation to drama that comes our way, because you have got over a hump here. There is this feeling of, oh, I made it. I learned the lesson. I'm over the hump. And then there's this temptation or this drama that wants to pull your personality or your ego into it. And we do need to hesitate. We do need to resist that, because it will literally consume you, distract you, and set you back. Okay. So there is a lesson that is coming in where you choose how you are going to participate in that exchange, or if participation is even something that you're willing to do. And I think that that is really important. I think that the clarity that's coming in and all the work that you've been doing and all the discomfort you have been feeling thus far in this year, which is really rattling and shaking up what needs to be shaked up so that we can move into this physical season, which really from August to January is going to be physical changes, health, relationships, homes, renovations, moves, jobs, income, ways of income. There's a lot of physical, tangible changes that are coming in. We do need to prioritize our wellness, prioritize our well-being while we prepare and process all this clarity and lessons that have been coming in. Especially the June and July. So much, so much. And so really wonderful time to journal, wonderful time to write down, reflect, sit outside, connect with nature as you reflect. I think it's going to be just so purposeful to prepare you to move into this August month, which we are really excited about. Okay. And remember that changes in directions or shifting that goal post is not failure. It is smart. It is intelligent. It is doing and honoring yourself in every season that you are in. Working towards a goal that you no longer want is such a waste of time and energy. So never feel bad or feel ashamed of changing your goals. There's been so many things that I have done in the last 10 years, for an example, where on the outside looks like success, inside didn't feel like success. Okay. Or that I've tried and I'm like, meh, didn't like that. Let that go. And so, how are we ever going to know? We need to allow ourselves to make mistakes, and we need to allow ourselves to have experiences to figure out if that vibes with us or not. All right, everyone. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'll be back next Sunday with your weekly guidance.